Hi! In this video, I'm going to give you a quick grammar quiz and then a small grammar lesson about how to write complete sentences. This is Talia Argandesi. I am the director of the Center for Writing and Speaking at Ursinus College. So first, to give some credit, the sentence we'll be talking about comes from this article, I ate 35 Hot Pockets in 4 days to bring you these authoritative Hot Pocket rankings by Allison Robicelli, a very funny author from thetakeout.com. So the first thing that you need to do is actually pause your video, read these 3 sentences, and sort of decide in your head which you think is this is the grammar quiz part, which do you think is the most grammatically correct sentence? So actually do pause your video. I am assuming that you just paused it and now we're coming back and I'm going to tell you the answer, which is number 2. There's nothing good about Hot Pockets, and I'm saying this as a person who, for some reason, enjoys a Hot Pocket every now and again. I'd like to go over what's wrong with number 1 and number 2. Why aren't they right? So first, for number 1, this is a very common kind of run-on sentence called a comma splice, where the first part, before the comma, there is nothing good about Hot Pockets. That's a full, complete sentence. And the second part, after the comma, I am saying this as a person who for some reason enjoys a Hot Pocket every now and again. That is also a full and complete sentence, but it's only being divided here by a comma, and comma is a weak punctuation. You can't use it to divide full sentences, so that's why it becomes a comma splice. And for number 3, number 3 contains a sentence fragment. Again, the first part is a full sentence, but saying this as a person who, for some reason, enjoys a Hot Pocket now and again, that's not a complete thought. And we're going to talk about why in just a second. But that's a sentence fragment because it starts with a capital letter and ends in a period, but it's not actually a sentence. So, a quick review, what does make a full sentence? You need a subject, you need a verb, you need a complete thought. The verb is the thing that happens in a sentence. So it can be an active verb like running, jumping, but also can just be an existing verb like is. And then the subject is the person, place, or thing that does the action of the verb. A dog jumps, Pennsylvania is, stuff like that. So you need a subject and a verb. You also need a complete thought. You need that subject and verb together to make sense on their own. In other words, you don't need more supporting grammatical structure for it to be clear what the sentence actually means. So if you look again back at that sentence fragment from the last slide, saying this as a person who for some reason enjoys a Hot Pocket every now and again, that doesn't have a subject, so it is a sentence fragment. We don't know who or what is saying something. But if you revise it to say something along the lines of I'm saying this as a person who for some reason enjoys a Hot Pocket every now and again, you know then that I am the one who is saying this about the Hot Pocket. So the second thing to mention is just how to divide up sentences. The basic way, obviously, to divide sentences is with a period and a capital letter. So you got, there's nothing good about Hot Pockets. It's a full, complete grammatical sentence. So you put a period and you start a new sentence. I am saying this as a person who, Period, capital letter, always works for dividing up 2 sentences. But oftentimes, 2 sentences like this are so closely related, you want them to be in the same sentence, even though they're both full, complete thoughts. And in that case, you can use something like a semicolon. The semicolon is the one with the dot and the comma that you see here in blue. And it works the same way as a period. This semicolon is saying, I know I have a full, complete sentence before, a full, complete sentence after, and I'm dividing them up grammatically correctly. Semicolon is strong punctuation. The third way to do it, and this is the way Robicelli does it originally in the article, she does not have any grammar mistakes, is that you can use a comma. Commas are a good punctuation mark, but it needs further support. So here she used a comma and. You can use a comma with any of what are called the fanboys conjunctions. Those are for and, nor, but, or, yet, or so. Any of those combined with a comma is strong enough to divide 2 complete sentences. So there you have it, 3 ways to divide up sentences from one another that are all grammatically correct. If you are a student at Ursinus College, I can't recommend enough making an appointment with a writing fellow at the Center for Writing and Speaking. This is the website, but if you just Google Ursinus Writing Speaking, you'll get right to us. We also have online appointments available. And then at that same website, you can find a worksheet that gives further, more of a quiz about how to divide up your sentences. So that's fun. And all the sentences from that come from the Hot Pockets article. If you're a science professor, I can give you the answer key. Just email me. Thank you, everyone, for your time.